Hello. First, I would like to apologize in advance if I go into a coughing fit. Uh, this is a house of COVID right now, and I've already had to restart this several times because of coughing. So I'm just going to try to make it through this one. Um, my name is Shawn. I'm here to give you a short informational video about Japanese New Year and the differences it has with the U.S. New Year. So, first off, uh, U.S. New Year's is more like a party time. People usually go out with their friends, um, do some drinking, have some fun. The Japanese New Year is more like an American Christmas time. It is a time for family to be together, and it generally is something that takes place between the first and the third of the new year. Um, just like at Christmas, when we display Christmas trees, they do have things that they can display. There's a bamboo ornamental configuration that will be displayed outdoors. It's not a requirement, not everybody has it, but some people do. Indoors, there is an ornament that is made out of mochi, which is made from rice. Um, Mochi is basically a very sticky rice compound, can be sweet, but they have this ornament shaped out of mochi, and it usually has a tangerine on top, and that's a symbol of a Japanese New Year. Um, as I said, it's mostly for family, not for friends. They usually gather at the oldest male's house, and when they do this, the family will get together around lunchtime. There is a lot of food involved. The women will sometimes dress in traditional clothing, such as a kimono. Uh, Cooking goes on. The food is shared amongst everybody. It's not like America, where everybody tends to get their own plate of food. Everybody picks off of the main plates that are in the center of the table. Um, a lot of alcohol is had. Um, it is a day that it's typically okay for people to be drunk. It's not considered rude. Um, Money is given out typically to the children as a New Year's gift. There are a lot of board games that get played, or badminton sometimes gets played outside depending on the weather. Um, One of the traditional foods that is eaten during this time is mochi. Uh, I have a block of mochi right here. This is what it looks like before it gets cooked. That will get kind of like boiled down, and as I said before, it's very sticky. One of the interesting things is during this time of year, there are a large number of choking incidents because of the mochi, more so than any other time of the year. Uh, but yeah, that is one of the various traditional foods that are eaten during this time. Um, let's see, what else do we have here? Um, Shrines. It is a good time to go to the shrines. That's what a lot of people do for the new year. They go to the shrines to pray for uh, basically a good year. Um, there's charms that can be purchased. I have one of those here. Um, these charms can deal with just about anything. This particular one is to kind of ward off bad spirits for the year. These charms are not free. You have to pay for them. And what typically happens is they bring the charm from the previous year in. Those older charms will get burned, and then you purchase the newer charm for the new year. These shrines, there's kind of a festival type atmosphere. Food vendors will come out and set up there. Children often get like sweets, like chocolate coated bananas on a stick, so on and so forth. So it's kind of fun for the children while the adults get to do their praying. Um, there's also sales, a lot of sales. I guess it would be comparable to possibly our Black Friday, although I wouldn't say it's exactly the same. Uh, During the New Year time period, those first few days of January, most big businesses are shut down just like we are shut down for Christmas. So bigger shops are open, smaller shops usually are not, but these bigger shops, they have a lot of sales that go on. They have a tradition of having lucky bags. There are usually long lines of people waiting to get in the doors first thing in the morning, like our Black Friday, in order to get these lucky bags where you will get a lot of items for a lower cost. Um, so there's also some traditions like seeing the emperor. The New Year's Day, the emperor will actually come to a room in the palace that has a huge glass window, and he will stand there for everybody who has come to see him to see. And it's not just the emperor himself, but it's the emperor's entire family usually that are there. So people will get up very early in the morning and line up at the Imperial Palace to come through and greet the Emperor for the New Year. He stands in the window and he waves to people as they walk by and wave back. It's kind of an honor to see the Emperor at the beginning of the year. Another thing people will do is they will get up before the sun rises on the 1st of January in order to see the very first sunrise of the new year. That is also considered a good luck, good fortune to see the very first sunrise, and a lot of people want to do that. Um, Not everywhere in the country can you get this, but in the Tokyo area, one of the more sought after locations is to see the first sunrise from Mount Fuji. Um, my understanding is that most people in the area, as well as people outside of the area, that is like their dream to be able to see the first sunrise from Mount Fuji. Um, Another thing that is done, like we send Christmas cards out, the Japanese will send out New Year's postcards. Um, with that, there is a bit of a stipulation that it should arrive on New Year's Day. Um, so that is kind of the goal of everyone that sends out postcards to their family members, is for them to arrive on New Year's Day. Uh, and it's not uncommon for things to come a little late or whatnot, because the postal service is just like our postal service, so things aren't always exact, but that is their goal. Um, these postcards will typically be themed after whatever year it is, meaning uh, this year, for example, is the year of the dragon, so it will be a year of the dragon theme on the card, or year of the pig, year of the rabbit, whatever year it is. Okay. Talked about that. Talked about that. I think that I have pretty much everything covered that I jotted notes down for. Um, So, as I said, it's more about family, like the American Christmas is, where, as you probably know, the American New Year's is all about hanging out with friends, going out and partying, having a good time. Um, Now, of course, not every American does that. There are some Americans that do get together and spend time with family. But overall, the general thought of New Year's is a party atmosphere. Um, my experience of this is spending almost 15 years in Japan. I am married to a Japanese woman, and so I have actually lived through this, and I find it to be something that I think is quite comforting, and I enjoy. So I hope you have enjoyed this little video, um, and that it has given you a little bit of insight into the differences between the U.S. and the Japanese New Year holiday. Thank you for listening, and take care.